Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in another video day. And today, the Houston Astros have beat the Seattle Mariners 4-2. Great win for the Astros today to win the first two games of this series, lock in a series win, and the Astros can go for a sweep tomorrow. And the Astros now, with this win, are one game ahead in the AL West. The first time the Astros have had a lead all season in the AL West. And that feels good to say. Obviously, the Astros were number one in the AL West going into today's game, but that wasn't on a lead. That was Astros and the Mariners had a tie for the division. The Astros took the number one spot because of the win percentage. Astros were at like 56%, and the Mariners were at like 53%, if I'm correct. And so the Astros took over the division because of the winning percentage. And that's why we saw the Astros be number one, not because they had a lead on the division. They get the win today. Now they have their first lead of the division in the AL West in 2024 with a 4-2 win, thanks to Jake Meyers and Yainer Diaz. Love to see it. Astros win 4-2, and with the win tomorrow, yes, does that mean they get a sweep and they get to 2 games over the Mariners, which would be great. But also, I think kind of an important thing, which I'd love to see make me feel better as a fan. The Astros, if they win tomorrow, 500 record on the road. They'd be 25-25 on the road this season if they win tomorrow. 24-25 on the road this year. So to get to 500 record on the road would be great. I mean, if you look at it, I've been a little bit disappointed with the way the Astros have at times have been a little disappointing on the road this year. I was so, if you guys remember last year, was so good on the road. It's kind of changed this year where they're really good at home this year, but really bad on, they're not bad on the road. They're average on the road, and they're good at home. At home, they are 28-21. So they're good at home. They've been really good at home recently, and they're average on the road. But they've been a lot better on the road recently, and last year they were dominant on the road and just killed it in the postseason on the road. So love to see that the Astros are winning more ball games on the road in the last couple weeks, and they've been able to do that. So a win tomorrow would put them at 25-25 on the road. So 4-2 win for the Astros. This is a comeback win. I actually wasn't feeling too confident in this game because early on the Astros, were struggling a little bit, and J-Rod hit a 2-run shot in the 6th inning, but a couple home runs late for the Astros, and then being able to get some nice hits off of a former Astro and Ryan Stanek really helped things to help them get a 4-2 win. But very, very two low-scoring ball games. 3-0 yesterday, 4-2 today. So first two games, 7-2. 7 runs for the Astros, 2 for the Mariners in the first two games. Love how the Astros have not been giving up a bunch of runs. Their team ERA going into the All-Star break was 4.03. The last two games, they've only given up 2 runs, so that's great. 7 hits for the Astros, 3 for the Mariners, 0 errors in the ballgame, which Seattle had 2 yesterday. Win goes to Taylor Scott. He's 7-3 on the year now. Another win for Taylor Scott. He's been ranking up those wins. He pitched only 1 out, and that 1 out came coming in for Framber Valdez in the 6th inning. He got the job done, he just got that 1 out. Only took him 4 pitches, got 2 strikes. Loss goes to former Astro Ryan Stanek. He's still having a solid year. He's 6-3 this year, Ryan Stanek. The ERA's weak at 4.19, but still 6-3 record's pretty solid. Was 6-2 going into this loss, but he pitched 2 outs, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. The one hit that he gave, the one important hit he gave up was to Jake Meyers, his former teammate, which was a home run. How about Josh Hader getting his 20th save of the year? That's a big save right there. 20th save of the year, pitching the 9th, getting 2 strikeouts, giving up 1 walk, though. Scoring summary, scoring started on a infield single to 3rd. Bregman scored, Diaz to 2nd. Now, yesterday the Astros started their scoring with an Altuve bunt single, which is an infield single, and Trey Cabbage was able to score on the error Astros kind of start off in a similar way, with Pena getting an infield single that scores Bregman, and Diaz gets a second to make it 1-0. Only difference is it's an infield single and not a bunt single, which those are basically the same things, just different titles. And Bregman was able to score off of Bregman was scored because of the infield single. Cabbage was able to score off the error. So if the error doesn't happen, Cabbage is not scored. That's so kind of a similar way to how the Astros start off their scoring in both games. But 1-0 after that. Astros don't score in the 5th inning. 6th inning comes. J-Rod hits a home run to left. Robles scores. It's 382 feet. It's 2-1. And things aren't looking great until the next inning for the Astros. 7th inning, Jake Meyers home run to right center, 391 feet. Pena scored. It's 3-2. And that was a big home run. Jake Meyers with a great moment right there. Jake Meyers he's been having a great season, but it just feels like he has so many haters. There's so many Astros fans that don't believe in Jake Meyers. It's crazy. He's been having a great year. But then Yainer Diaz in the 8th inning feels like a while. He's been hitting great recently, but it feels like a while since he's had a home run. But he hits a home run to left, 357 feet. It's 4-2, and the Astros get the win, 4-2. Let's go over the Astros hitting. Yesterday for the Astros, they had six of the 9 hitters had a hit in the game, and everybody was in the lineup that was in yesterday. Was in the lineup, and there were the guys that didn't have a hit yesterday. Jake Meyers, Joey Loperfido. I'm trying to remember the other guy that didn't have a hit. I believe it was John Singleton, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Again today, 6 of the 9 Astros have a hit, but the 3 guys to not have a hit, Yordan Alvarez, Joey Loperfido, and Trey Cabbage. So actually, Cabbage was the guy that had the only extra base hit for the Astros out of 6 hits yesterday. He does not have a hit today. Joey Loperfido goes 0-4 again back-to-back days, and then Yordan Alvarez also goes 0-4 after getting a hit yesterday. Yordan had a pitch clock violation. He struck out in the 8th, and he fouled out and popped out. And Joey went 0-4 with a couple strikeouts. Trey Cabbage went 0-3 with a couple strikeouts. So a bunch of strikeouts for Yordan Alvarez, Trey Cabbage, and Joey Loperfido. But let's go over the rest of the lineup. Jose Altuve went 1-4 with a single to right in the 7th. Alex Bregman went 1-3 with a run scored in this game in the 4th inning. He was hit by pitch in the 4th, reached on an infield single to second in the 6th, but he struck out in the 8th. A lot of strikeouts for this Astros team today. Yordan Alvarez went over him. Yainer Diaz, the only guy in this lineup to have 2 hits today. Obviously, had his home run in the 8th. He had a 4th inning single to right to get Bregman to second. And then John Singleton went 1-4. Outside of the home runs, this was the only extra base hit of the ballgame out of 7 hits. 2nd inning double to left, and then that was it for John. He struck out as well. Jeremy Pena went 1-3 today with a 4th inning infield single that scored a run, and he had a 7th inning walk. Jake Meyers went 1-4 with his home run, and he struck out as well. So, yeah, a bunch of strikeouts for the Astros. I said a bunch of strikeouts. The Mariners as a team today had a total of 11 strikeouts. So 11 strikeouts for the Mariners today, and they pitched. I think they pitched the full 9 innings. Is that right? Yeah, they pitched the full 9 innings today, and of course they did. They pitched 9 innings, got 11 strikeouts. And that isn't amazing, but for an Astros team that doesn't strike out a lot, the Mariners were actually able to get the Astros to strike out quite a bit. I mean, I know there's a guy like Joey Loperfido and in the lineup who strikes out a lot, but they actually got the Astros to strike out a lot when they're one of the fewest teams in the MLB that strikes out. I mean, if you look at strikeouts, they're one of the at all teams. They're one of the teams that is very good with not striking out. And I know one of those strikeouts was off of the pitch clock violation, but still 10 strikeouts without if you don't include that one. So actually kind of surprised how the Astros were. Every team will have a game where they striking out a bunch that doesn't strike out, but surprised that the Mariners were able to have some success there. But let me know your thoughts on the Astros win 4-2 today to improve to 52-46 and get some momentum on the division, taking one game ahead. let's go get a sweep tomorrow and be 2 games ahead of them, and that'd be great. Let me know your thoughts on the win in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.